What is up, everybody? We are live, myself and Chase, aka the Wolf of Oaklawn. We're a little brunch time betting, dude. We're going to be here talking a little brunch. What's your favorite brunch thing to eat, Chase? Like, what's your go-to brunch item?
Bloody Marys, probably 100%.
Mine's a straight Jack.
Just what?
Just straight Jack.
Just straight Jack. Just go ahead. Let's go ahead and get brunch tuned up.
Dude, I'm pumped because there's this new place opened by me called Plenty of Hervos. It just opened. Dude, I am excited to be going there. Ooh, hash browns. Little hash browns, dude. I like a little hash browns, dude.
Anytime is good time for fried potatoes, right?
Do you put ketchup on hash browns or not?
Oh, hell yeah.
What's your take on grits? I've never had grits before.
I like a grit. I'm down for a grit. I'll have a grit every now and again. It's not my go-to. The go-to is probably hash browns, but yeah, I'll grit it up.
If I had my choice between hash browns or corned beef hash, I would go with a little corned beef hash.
I would agree. Would you call eating grits hitting the gritty?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Okay.
I would.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, the concept of the show is we appreciate you guys. You guys did a phenomenal job of watching. Jim, Chase, and myself. We're just gonna keep going until college football. There'll be two of us here. We may have a guest come in once in a while. We're working on ideas for a giveaway. We're gonna be doing some giveaway stuff moving forward. Get a little bit more audience participation. Giveaway stuff will probably start next week. Before we jump into all the betting stuff, Chase, big hire this week with Mark Pope going to Kentucky. What's your thoughts on that, my friend?
We'll see. It's not the name that you would have expected going to Kentucky. I feel like we were due a much bigger name for Kentucky, be it Billy Donovan or someone like that. But I feel like it's kind of underwhelming from a Kentucky standpoint.
I look at it like this. Well, I feel that Kentucky fans were driving the narrative about who they were going to hire, and their standard of what their program is versus the reality of what their program is kind of night and day, if that makes sense. I feel that Pope is a better X's and O's coach than Calipari, but he's not really like the motivator, the guy. I heard Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, and the analogy he had is Cal's like Deion Sanders. If you're that young guy, like he is it. He's that pizzazz type of guy,
right?
Where you're going to go for. And if I'm a young kid and I have my choice of going to Kentucky or Arkansas right now, I'm going to go to Arkansas just because Cal has the track history of getting players to the league.
Yeah.
Also, if Cal learns from his mistakes and goes, okay, you know what? I really think what he should do going into Arkansas is he should get a young guard, get one of those top guards, whatever. And if he gets a point guard, make sure the off guard is a portal guy, a fourth, fifth year guy, or vice versa. You want one of the guys in the backcourt to be a portal guy, and then you want another wing that has a portal guy, kind of like what UConn does. UConn had Castle, right. Top 5, recruit coming out. Then they added Spence, Newton, and they got that experience with Castle and Klingerman, who are going to be lottery picks. So I kind of think that's the blueprint Calipari needs to follow, but I think he's going to be successful in Alabama.
Arkansas,
sorry. Jesus.
He's just going to have to switch up. He's going to have to prove to us that he can change at Arkansas, and by that, I don't mean I do mean he's going to have to coach a little bit more, but he's going to have to be a lot less recruiting based and a lot more portal based than he was at Kentucky. I that's the hope, at least for me, is that he's a little bit more portal based.
I think it's going to work out, dude. I really think it's going to work out. So now we're going to talk some betting. Let's shift it over. Each of us have 3 bets. And these could be anything, guys. These could be UFL, MLB, NASCAR, horse racing, anything going on. And then we're going to Chase and I are going to try to put together a round robin parlay for you at the end. Chase, you're going to kick us off. What is your first bet today, my friend?
My first bet is going to be the Count Fleet Stakes at Oaklawn Park. And I'm going to use Tejano Twist as my win bet, 3-1. You've got a couple of Steve Asmussen monsters who are going to take all the money here, but this has been an incredibly fair track all year in terms of pace. And there's just way too much pace for these Steve Asmussen horses to win. So I think that Tejano Twist picks up the pieces late, and I get a big price in the Count Fleet at Oaklawn Park. That's right. Let's make some money. Oaklawn Park in the Count Fleet Stakes, race 8.
I like it. I like it. My first bet, going down to H-Town. I'm going to Houston. I'm taking Yolan Alvarez over 1.5 bases at plus 110 versus Healy, who's the pitcher for the Rangers today, is in his career 17 at bats, 7 hits, 412 average, 5.496 on base percentage for the season. Third most hits off of left-handed pitchers, 10th highest on base percentage for Alvarez against the Rangers this year. 18 at bats. 6 for 18, 333 average, 455 on base percentage. He really had a slow start of the year, but if you look at his month of April, 390 batting average, on base percentage of 468, slugging percentage of 756. He's really seeing the ball better. And look, with his history against Henley, and I'm getting plus money, plus 110, and how good he's been against lefties this year, to me, it just makes sense. Alvarez over 1.5 bases, plus 110.
I like it. I like it. For me, for bet 2, since Jim isn't here, I got to go to the UFL, and I'm looking at the DC Defenders Arlington Renegades. It looks like this one's moved to a pick'em. Oh, nope. Line just moved 2.5. It was 1. Now it moved to 2.5. I'm going to go with the DC Defenders on the money line, plus 130. I still believe in the DC Defenders. I still believe in Dr. Heat, Greg Gaga Williams, the defensive coordinator. So you can't spell DC, or you can't spell defensive coordinator without a DC. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with money line here, DC Defenders over the Arlington Renegades.
Like it, like it. I actually took the Renegades. I think I'm at +2 earlier in the week. So hopefully we can both win. Hopefully it's a 1-point game, my friend.
There we go. There we go.
My next one, staying in the MLB. And look, I'm going to the same exact game. I play the Rangers and Astros over 9. Rangers have the 9th most hits versus righties this season, 8th most home runs, and the 6th most RBIs, 6th most RBIs. They have been hitting righties well all year, and this is their 2nd time seeing Blanco. Look, has he been great? He's been phenomenal. He is not allowed to hit in any start. But 2nd time around, 3rd start of the season, I think they're going to be able to get to him. Flip side, let's look at Astros versus lefties this season. 7th most hits, 2nd most home runs, 5th most RBIs. So the Astros have shown us they've hit lefties well this year. Also, I have the site I use where it shows historical data. So like you pull up the date and it shows the hitter versus pitcher matchup. Looking at it, 5 of the top 10 Astros have the best stats against the pitcher they're going today in all of MLB. 5 of the top 10, 4 of the top 5. And with it being a bullpen game last night for both teams, I think the Stars are going to go deep. I think they're going to be able to get to both starters. I played the over 9. Some books have it at 9.5. I would take that too.
All right, my last bet. I'm going to bank on a team that starts fast but finishes slow, and it's the Memphis Showboats. Let's go Shodies. I'm taking them +7 against the Stallions. I'm hoping that they can get that fast start that they've gotten in the last few games. If you think about the last game that they had, they just got nipped by the UFL comeback rules. I think that that Memphis can get an early start and then cling on to it late. So I'm taking Memphis +7 here, -105.
I like it. I like it. My last bet, and it's grimy, going to UFC 300. I'm taking Nickel and Brundridge over 1.5 rounds at +260. we need to face facts. The UFC is making Nichols out to be this god when in reality, he hasn't fought anyone. He has never been hit in the ring. He is facing someone who has a wrestling background, so I don't think Nichols is going to have the wrestling advantage he has in the past. Brondage will be able to get some shots in on Nichols, and we don't know how he's going to react after he gets hit. Everyone looks good. If you and I are fighting and you can't hit me or don't hit me, I would look like a fucking star. But if you hit me for that first time, I'm going to be like, oh shit. And I think that Nichols, we're going to see him get hit a little bit. I'm not saying he's going to lose the fight. I think he'll win the fight, but I think this is going to go a little deeper than we've seen before. I'm getting plus 260 on the over 1.5. I'm taking that all day.
There we go. Is it round robin time?
It's round robin time, dude. I am going to pull up a little sports book and try to put something together right now. Do you have one that you're looking at, my friend?
Yeah, and I'm sticking with the UFL. I feel like these are the waters that I'm the most comfortable in and probably the best place to make my plays. So I'm going to go with the DC Defenders money line plus 130, the San Antonio Brahmas money line plus 105, and then I'm taking the Michigan Panthers minus 2.5 against the Houston Roughnecks minus 105.
I like it. I am taking Jessica Andrade to win by decision in the UFC. I'm going to take Holly Holm at plus 350. I'm going to take the over 1.5, as I just mentioned. And then I'm going to take my boy Alvarez over 1.5 bases. So that's going to be my little juicy 4-teamer. We're going to mess around. Little cross sports, dude. Little MMA, little MLB.
I got to figure out a way that I can get horses into my round robins.
Get a little freaky. Do you think we ever get to a world where the sports books do what the offshores do and you can get the fixed odds on the horse the day before?
I think there's some states that do it, and I think that you'll see some states that want to dip their toe in it do it that way.
Okay. Just a little toe dip of the water?
Just a little toe dip. That's all.
Nothing too freaky.
Nothing too freaky.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Remember, next week we're going to be having contests moving forward. You guys have a chance to win a free bet on us. Any free money is good money in my eyes. My old man, first word he taught me was free. That's all I'm going to say. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to give my boy Chase a follow at the Wolf of Oakland on social media. Make sure to give old Uncle Rico a follow at eTop21 Sports. And we'll see you guys next week, my friend.